Okay, so in the previous video, we had written the logic to authenticate a user, and also we were setting up the cookies in the server side. Okay, because we don't want hackers to have access to our authentication tokens. Now, recently only, I have just added a cookie. Okay, so let me see if that has been means we are getting the cookie or not. Okay, so we are not getting the cookie here because all the cookies are being stored inside the Postman collections. Okay, so if I'll send a request, you will see I'm getting one cookie auth token. Okay, now what I will do is I will create one functionality so that the user can get the profile, his or her profile, and can update his or her profile. Okay, so I'll write a update dash profile slash route.js. Okay, now what I will do is I'll go ahead import cookies store. Okay, cookies store, cookies. I think I need to mix. Okay, so what I will do is I'll just not do anything like this. So export async function. Okay, export async function get. Okay, now get will take the request and we'll just go ahead and console.log the request. Okay, console.log request and return next response dot JSON will not return an empty JSON object. Now, if I go to slash API slash update profile, okay, slash profile. Oh, okay, wait a second. I shouldn't name it as update profile. I'll name it as only profile. Okay. So name it as profile. And if I'll go to slash API slash profile, and if you'll see, we will get the request object here. Okay. So let us see what we are getting inside the request method get. Okay. And are we getting the cookies? No, we are actually not getting the cookies. It's interesting. Like request.cookies. If I'm getting the request.cookies, let us see. Okay, so I think we don't have access to requested cookies. Okay, so requested cookies. Okay, so actually we are not having access to the requested, means the auth token, I think, the requested cookies. Okay, so let us bring in the cookies store. Const cookies store is equal to await cookies. Okay, and if I console.log cookie store dot get auth token. Let us see what happens here. If I reload it, I think we should get the auth token. No, we are not getting the auth token. Actually, what is happening is in the browser part, we have not set the cookies yet. So we have to use the Postman to create a test part. Okay, so I will create one. I'll get I'll create one new request. Get user profile. Okay, so I'll send a request to API base URL slash profile and I will see if I'm getting the okay. So here we are getting the auth token. Okay, so we are getting the auth token dot value. Okay, we are getting the auth token then dot value. Dot value will give us the value of the authentication token. Now we can use this auth token. Okay, we can use this auth token. Now I will I will see if not of if not of cookies uh const auth token is equal to cookie store dot get auth token. Okay, auth token. Now I will say what I will say is if not of auth token, return next response dot JSON. Okay, return next response dot JSON message unauthorized request. Okay, unauthorized request. And then what can I do is I can send the status code that is 401. Okay, now if I'll show you, if I'll reload this page, it will give me unauthorized request because till now we have not yet configured the browser cookies. Okay, so I'll see the application network tab. Here's my network tab. You will see that it's sending me 401 unauthorized request count. Okay. Else, if the cookie is found, what can we do is, okay, let us bring in the decoded part of the JSON Web Token. Now, to bring in the decoded part of JSON Web Token, wait a second. To bring in the decoded part of JSON Web Token, let us import JWT from JSON Web Token. Then what can I do is, I can write a jwt.verify, jwt.verify auth token. Okay, and we have to give the secret that is config dot auth token secret. Okay, now we'll go for a try catch. Okay, we'll go for a try catch. If the user sends one like expired token, okay, what I will do is I'll go ahead and I'll say this will be 400 invalid or expired token, expired token. Okay. And then what can I do is if in the try part, what I will do is const user is equal to await user model dot find by ID. If you remember, we had like added the ID property to the decoded part. So we'll go for decoded dot ID. Now, if you are using TypeScript, you need to type annotate the decoded part as a JSON payload, JWT payload. Okay. So we are not using TypeScript now. So what I will do is I'll just go ahead and go for a next response.json and simply I'll return the user object. Simply I'll return the user object. Okay, and reload. Wait a second. Okay, not here. Actually, inside this Postman collection now, invalid or expired token. What is happening here? Let me see. Auth token secret. Where is the cookie? So I think this should work. Auth token secret. Did I modify the secret? No. Let me see. Okay, so actually I have to write a dot value. Okay, I have to actually write a dot value. We are not getting the value yet. So if I'll send here, you will see I'm getting all the things, also the password hash. So we will not send the password hash to the user in the front end. What I will do, what I will do is I will go ahead and write here dot select. Okay, dot select, and to exclude one field, I will write a minus password. Okay. Minus password means password. Okay, not password. Okay, minus password means it will not select the password if I'm going for a get request. Okay, so you will see that password is not being sent to the user. I don't think we need this user key. Okay, so we can directly write here next response.json. We can directly send in the user object. We can directly send in the user object without sending the entire. Okay, so here you can see we are getting the user object, the username, email, and is verified true. So I think we shouldn't allow the user to change their username. Okay, so let us just save this. Okay, save this. And what I will do is now I will create one functionality to update the user's profile. So here this return statement should be removed. And in the same code, if you want to go for a push request in the same route, you can define another method in the same file. Okay, export async function, export async function, and this should be a put request, not a let us say patch. Okay, patch. We'll go for a patch request. And what I will do is const Let me bring in all of these thingies, paste it here. Okay. Uh, how can it just find the user model, await user model dot find by ID, even if I'm not connected to the database. Okay, so I'll later await connect DB. Okay, now then the same thing, await connect DB. Okay, now after connecting to the database, what I'll do is I will go ahead and fetch the user. Now what I will do is, what can I do is I will not go for, so let us just fetch in some particular data. Okay, we will go ahead and update only the users. Let us say we will not send some particular fields, like we will not send the ID field. Okay, let us go ahead, minus underscore ID. Okay, we will also not send the username, and not even the password, not even the email. Okay, we can send the email, but will not accept email in the backend. Okay, we can send the email. So if I'll send it, you can see the underscore ID has gone. I think that was a bad idea of removing underscore ID. You can go ahead and send the underscore ID, but not this underscore v. No, let us just ignore the username and password only. Okay. Let us just ignore the username and password only. We can send rest of the data to the user. Okay, now if the user is updating the fields, we will ensure that only the name is being updated, not everything. Okay, we will ensure that the name is being updated. I'm just accepting the email as an underscore. Uh, Let us say this should be stored in underscore JSON data. Okay, underscore JSON data. Await. Okay, await request dot JSON. Await request dot JSON. Const, and say const name comma email is equal to await, not await. Actually, we'll restructure that from underscore JSON data. I think it's a bad idea to update the email of the user. Okay, now what I will check is if I'm getting the user object. If I'm getting the user object, first of all, I have to deselect the password, and I will check. First of all, I have to check that if any user exists with the same email. Okay, same email, not the same email. We are not updating the email. Okay, now here what I will do is I will go ahead and write here something like this. Cost user is equal to find by ID and update. Find by ID and update. Okay, find by ID and update. So what is the ID? The ID is decoded.id. And then what can you do? What I have to update is dollar set. We will just update the name, nothing else. We'll just update the name. Okay, and I will not send the user again. Okay, let us go ahead and send let success is equal to false. Okay, so after updating the user, let us make the success variable true. Okay, and here I will send the object which will contain success and message. That is, the message will be like user profile, or let us say profile updated successful. Okay, I think we were storing extra things as well. Okay, let us see the model. Okay, we were storing extra things as well. Okay, so we are also storing address and phone number. Let us go inside the route. Okay, profile route. Inside the patch, I will also accept the address of the user as well as the phone of the user. Okay, and accept address of the user as well as phone of the user. Now what can I do is I can also set in the address. Let's say profile dot address. Hmm, I think we have. Okay, so let me just do one thing. Let me just find the user. Okay, find by ID. Okay, find by ID. So I'll go for decoded dot ID. Okay, decoded dot ID. And what can I do is I can write a user dot name is equal to name. Okay, then user dot profile profile dot address is equal to address, and also the phone number, same for phone number. We'll also set the phone. Okay, also set the phone number. Now, if I'll go ahead and send a put request to get update user profile, let us create one new request. Okay, now this will be for update user profile. So let's rename it as update user profile. Okay, update user profile. And if I'll send a put request body raw. Okay, and if I'll send a JSON, if I'll send a JSON like name, I will send the name as address, the address. Okay, and phone. Okay, I'm sending a 10-digit number. And if I go for a put request, method not allowed. Okay, oh, sorry. I'm just sending patch request, not put request. Okay, just send. So profile updated successfully. Now, if I'll get the user profile, uh, still we are not getting anything. Why? Okay, so what I have not done is I have to set the user after setting the profile and all. Okay, await user dot save. Okay, we have to call this method so that the user profile gets updated. And if I'll send the request again, now you can see we're getting the profile address and phone. Okay, so this was all about getting the user profile and updating the user profile. Now, in the next video, we'll be working on like updating the user's password. Now, that is very straightforward thing. Okay, we'll be observing how to do that. Now, what I will do is I'll push the entire code to GitHub. Let us go ahead to github.com. Sorry, not github.com, GitHub desktop. And what I will do is I'll push the entire code. Video 9 completed. Okay. Video 9 completed. Commit one file to master and push origin. You'll get all the code free on GitHub. Okay. If I'll go to GitHub and I'll give you this repo link as well as the commit-wise code. Okay, so there are 9 commits actually because we have completed 9 videos in this particular course. And if you have not yet grabbed out the course, I will suggest you to go ahead and grab out the course on my channel. Okay, so there are 8 videos actually. The last 3 are scheduled. Okay, user verification, last 3 are scheduled actually. So you will get the videos later on, today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow. Okay, so make sure that you have some bookmark this playlist. Okay, and I will show you how you can update the user password in the next video. Thank you so much guys for watching this video, and I will see you next time.